Joe. Oh my gosh. The audio. So cooked. We good now? It's so funny because I had a whole screen to monitor the audio, but okay, we're good now? We're good? All right. We're good. All right. Can you guys hear me? You gotta tell me because I'm not gonna know. You guys can hear me, right? Can you hear me? You guys can hear me? Someone said, "Welcome to the Ultimate Mute channel." Oh my gosh, they're cooking me. They're cooking me in the comments. All right, you can hear me? Oh my gosh. The thing is, I had the audio software open, but I didn't have the mic unmuted. So dumb. Anyways, hello everyone. Welcome to Bayern Now, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Why does this always happen? Because that just ruined my mood, man, to know that I was muted for 58 seconds. Anyways, yes, boys, I have seen the light. I have seen Matisse delight, man. I just saw it. My eyes are opened. I mean, even though they already look like they are 24/7, gigantic. Yeah, I know exactly what Bayern need. Rarely do I ever see a player and go, man, he has what it takes. Désiré, however you say that name, is the guy. Look, his name has accents all over it, man. It's like Mexicans in the USA, man. Just accents. That's three. All the E's got a thing on the top. That's crazy. Nice. So Doué, he is a I don't know, a weird player. He's a winger, but he's also an attacking midfielder. He's also capable of playing as a number 8. Anyways, I would just call him an attacker because it kind of puts everything together. It demonstrates his skill set perfectly. I think this guy is good. I think he's better than Xavi Simons. Simmons is a player that is controversial for me because when he left um, PSV, almost said Feyenoord, PSV for Leipzig, where he went back to PSG, and I thought, oh, he's going to play with Mbappe, and then they shipped him off to Leipzig on loan. And then he played really well. I watch a lot of Leipzig games. You guys know that. I stopped watching them towards the end of the season because they were boring. I wanted to watch Leverkusen ball. So I would watch Leipzig, and look, Xavi was involved in everything. This guy is a good player, but he's not elite. This is my problem with him. See, at Leipzig, he gets to do everything. He gets to try everything under the sun. He gets to be the guy to make those passes, those cutting edge passes. He gets the volume to try. Whereas, like, I feel at Bayern, he's not going to get that. Xavi Simons is not going to get that kind of responsibility. We have Musiala, we have Elise now, we have Kane. We have players that can change the game by themselves if they wanted to. If Kane wanted to, he could spam shots from the edge of the box, and at least one of them is going to be a really good shot that goes in. It's going to hit the target, unlike the Trump shooter. Yeah, hey, it was only a matter of time until them jokes started coming in. They tried to take out my GOAT, man. They tried to take out my GOAT. Man, I'm pissed about that. Man, we could have been sitting here planning my man's funeral. But here we are, man. Teflon Don, nothing sticks. Even bullets just slide off. So, look, with Xavi Simons at Bayern, we're going to need him to be a good ball retention player. So his ball retention is going to be a huge factor in our decision to sign him and in his role for the team. I have a feeling he's not a good ball retainer. Now, people don't understand what I mean by ball retention. I'm not referring to his ability to ball hug. No, that's not ball retention. Like Alan St. Maximum. See, to me, that's a ball hug. He just keeps the ball to keep it, and he tries to dribble. Ball retention is keeping the ball in circulation between your team while progressively playing, while making progress. That's the most important part of ball retention. People don't get that. I don't know why they think ball retention is being a ball hog. It's not the same thing. Xavi Simons is not good at ball retention, which is something I noticed more at the Euros, but I overlooked at Leipzig. He tries to dribble when he shouldn't. Again, that's a good demonstration of a lack of ball retention. He tries to do things that are not on. Like he tries to make passes that he shouldn't make because he has to be the hero. To me, that's not what I like. He's like a better version of Bellingham. Bellingham plays hero ball. Like he has to be the guy to do the bicycle kick to win the Euros. Like that's his whole game plan. He's not a team player. Xavi Simons is a team player, but he just doesn't have that ball retention. As a number 10, that's the most important thing you can have. I watched Copa America. I watched James Rodriguez dominate the midfield for Colombia and against every team, including Argentina. James Rodriguez understands ball retention like no other 10 in recent times, right? He knows when to pass backwards and when to just strike the opponent with that defense splitting pass, right? Messi knows what ball retention is. It's not about never losing the ball, but it's about keeping the ball in circulation for your team and rarely losing it. And at Bayern, that's important, especially at the level we want to be at. We want to be in the Champions League final coming up in 2025. We want to be there. We will be there. We will be there, absolutely. We will be there, you will not believe. Yeah, we want to be there. But we're only going to be there if we have players that have that extra X factor. We don't have an X factor right now in our team, and we just signed a few X factors. I think Désiré Doué is an X factor. He can take the ball from a deep position. If the opponent's press is impossible to break down, he can resist it. Same thing with Olise. He's another X factor. Musiala was really our only player that could do that, but now we have three of them, or we're gonna have three if we sign Désiré, Musiala, Olise, and Désiré together. That's three. Now, if we get Xavi Simons, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Doué should start over him immediately. Let me be real there. I think ball retention will be mostly done. If you just said, look, what you're trying to talk about is ball circulation. Okay? I'm talking about ball retention, meaning if the ball gets to you, at least a large majority of times, does it stay with you? Does it stay moving into the attack? Paulinho, his job is just going to be to stay between the lines, drawing the press. He's not going to be expected to receive the ball in any position. And then his job is to break down play when we lose the ball, inevitably so, right? So I just think people need to understand there's a difference. Yeah. Pavlovic, gosh, his name just escaped me. Pavlovic is going to be responsible for ball circulation, right? He's going to be the heartbeat of the midfield. It's his job to find the space to occupy, to make himself available, whether that's for a back pass or for a pass with his back behind the play. That's his job. And his job is going to be to angle his body for first-time ball passes or to even dribble out of the press. That's ball circulation. His job is going to be to get the ball from the defense to the midfield to the attack if he has to. That's Pavlovic's job. Now, your midfielder's job, your attacking midfield, their job is when they get the ball from Pavlovic to keep it in circulation, right? So you have your ball circulator, your number 6, your deep lying playmaker. He makes plays, and plays don't necessarily mean, assist. It means he makes the thing that happens to make the goal, like he makes the play. For your attacking midfielders, their job is to receive the ball, sometimes under pressure, and keep it in attack and keep it going. And when there is no attack, they bring it back to Pavlovic or to the center backs. That's ball retention. And sometimes it's dribbling. Like, can they dribble and progress and keep the ball and create something. Xavi Simmons has a good final, well, not great. It's a good one. He has a good final pass. So when he, gets in those positions, he can make quick decisions. But guess what? That's not what we're signing him for. We're signing him to be an attacking midfielder. But when I watch Doué, I know the kid has very good instincts on the ball. He knows when to dribble, and he knows when to pass, and he knows the weight of pass that he needs to execute to keep the ball with his team. And when he's passing, it's very smooth. The same thing with Olise. Olise is a technician. These players are technicians. They know what they're doing every time they get the ball. I feel like Xavi Simmons is a robust counterattacking threat, which is why he works so well at Leipzig and at PSV. Because once teams try to attack you, as soon as you get the ball, you trust someone like Xavi Simmons to carry it forward and try to create something. Whereas I feel like Olise, yeah, he could be really good in counterattacks, but in normal game states where you are pressing for a goal, you need someone like Olise. One, he has a very excellent cross. Two, he just understands the game. Did I see the Mbappe inauguration? Well, Mbappe ain't Trump. How is he getting inaugurated? You mean like the presentation? I really hope Matisse Tell will have his breakout season. I hope so too. I don't think it's going to be this season because company's going to rely on Kane. So, yeah, it's going to be a really interesting thing that goes on. Olmo wants to go to Bayern though. See, Danny Olmo is a very good player to have off the bench, to be honest. But I'm gonna be real, Olmo ain't that level. That's why I think he should be on the bench. Like, imagine bringing Danny Olmo on and you need a goal. He's just a guy to slap one out from the edge of the box, right? So I think we sign Olmo with Doué, not with Simmons. I think you sign Doué and Olmo if you really want to do that, 2-10s thing. And that's what company's aiming to do. I think he's aiming to use Alphonso Davies as a runner and then use Olise as a very far out wide winger. And then in the two midfield positions, he could realistically use like a 4-3-3 with Paulinho as the lone six with 2 8s. And the 8s operate as Doué and Simmons if that's the goal. That seems realistic because then Musiala would be one of the wingers, and then Davies would provide the width as a left back. Musiala would invert. So I really think that could be the case. But we're going to have an inverted fullback. It's going to be a matter of who. I don't know. After the Euros, I'm not interested in Kimmich being our right back because I think he's really good. Like, he's useful for certain kinds of games where his team is dominating the ball. But like, he is a defensive liability, man. It feels like Kimmich almost has to be like babysat, by someone like Andrich to make sense. Maybe that's Paulinho, but I don't want that. We have Sacha Boey. I think Sacha Boey is going to have a really good season, man. I think his pace and his versatility could really work for him. I wish Mazraoui stayed because he would be perfect inverted. He's a very good ball creator, ball manipulator. So he knows how to just keep the ball in tight spaces. I think what company's going for are players who can have possession in small spaces. I feel like, Tuchel's system was far too reliant on, very vertical passes over the top, or like it was too reliant on individual quality to open up defenses. Whereas we're going to be playing very close to each other, right? We're going to squeeze the game, especially in attack. While we're building up, I can imagine the players are going to be a little bit further from each other, except the midfielders. The midfielders are going to be closer. But the wide players are going to really spread the field to make play easier so we can build through the pressure, right? And the center backs are going to spread far wide. I just think what we're going to have is a very uh, big need for technicians, players like Olise. So yeah, actually, look, let's do a poll. One's if you want Simmons, and two if you want Doué. It looks like we're getting both, but I'm curious. By the way, PSG put in a bid. So just for to catch you up, in case you're not aware, Bayern bid about, I think, was it 35 million plus add-ons. Uh, Ren said no, Stade Ren, and then we were planning to make another bid, but PSG just bid 40 million plus add-ons. So it looks like 50 million plus add-ons is going to be the deal that gets over the line, because Ren know Bayern are going to bid again, so they're just going to reject PSG's bid. It's kind of 50-50. I think we need to get Doué because he's the kind of player that elevates this team, like in terms of profile. I think him, Olise coming in would be really good. And I know company's only obsessed with black players and brown players. I mean, we got a Japanese guy. All his signings are black or Asian. So I know he's obsessed with that, but this is a good obsession. I wish he kept the lit because I don't want to see Upama Biden sleeping at the wheel, losing his mind when critical moments arise. Upamecano needs to go. Honestly, if there is a choice between him and DeLit, but it looks like DeLit's going to Manchester United, which is going to annoy me. By the way, United fans are deluded because they think DeLit is forcing his way out of the club. The truth is he's getting sold against his will. He wants to stay, but he's getting sold. And there's a reason for that. One, he makes a lot of money, but it's not like the club couldn't come to DeLit and say, hey, if you can reduce your wages, we'll keep you. No, I think company just does not like DeLit's style of play, which is annoying because we're bringing this Ito guy in, and he's a lightweight. He's going to get bullied, man. He's going to get pushed around. That's not what we need. We need some strength at the center back position. So it looks like everyone is kind of saying one for Xavi Simmons. Is that, if I'm not mistaken? And then twos were for Doué or Doué. Gosh, I really got to learn this. DeLit is slow. Okay. Against Mbappe, he wasn't slow. So, like, what do you mean he's slow? The guy doesn't run like, I mean, he's one of our fastest players in terms of time. But, like, it's not evident because he takes a few, like, extra seconds to run. But is Upamecano fast? Is that your assertion? Because he's certainly not. Upamecano is slow. Like, Upamecano is slow because his brain is slow. Not because his legs or his body are slow, but his brain. That's why it always felt like, like, why, if Upa's so fast, like, why did that guy just beat him? Like, that's the thing, guys. Opinion on Gnabry and Goretzka? Yeah, they're refusing to leave because this club is not serious. If Bayern were a serious club, you'd come through and be like, you guys are leaving. Like, you guys are getting sold. And if they go, no, we want to stay. What? They want to stay because they're making 18 million a year. They know they'll never make that in their lives. So why not run down your contract? That's why they're staying. So the board came in and said, you guys are leaving. Even if they want to stay, as long as you're in the market searching for business for someone to buy them, they have no choice. Bayern have to put their foot down and say, no, you're leaving. Like, you're not staying here. We can't afford to have you. And if they want to stay, stop paying them. Like, what? They're gonna sue? Yeah. But make them have to sue you to pay them. And then here, go make company go make a press conference saying there are certain players we don't want here anymore, but they keep staying. Let the fans turn against them. Because now they're embarrassed. Like, damn, like their family members are calling them, like, yo, is that you? They saying you're not going to play. Like, bro, Bayern, Goretzka, it just came out that Goretzka doesn't want to leave because he knows at the end of the day he's going to get his playing time. Like, the guy is so deluded. He still thinks he's going to play with Paulinho. Paulinho doesn't get injured. That's another thing, right? It's not like Paulinho's injury prone. This guy plays every game for Fulham, played every game for Portugal. Paulinho is the perfect like guy to be terrified of because he's not an injury prone player. Paulinho is going to give us at least 2 really good years. And that's really good, man. He's going to give us 2 really good years. So I don't know why. Uh, oh wow. Transfer market is still saying probability of transfer 95%. He's already here. Like, what do you mean 95? It's a 100. Like, his page already says Bayern. Whatever. They're weird. Look, I just don't care what we have to do to sell these Gnabry's and these Gnabry's or these Goretzkas. We got to get rid of this generation. I'm sorry, they failed. They were supposed to be the next Schweinsteiger, Philip Lahm, Robin, Ribery. They failed at that. So sell them now. Sell them now. By the way, the team's back in training. It looks like Nestor Iracunda is training with the first team, which is going to be an interesting development. I wonder if he's going to just play for the second team or be an option for the first team. I kind of don't want him to be in that environment. I think I want him to just start, getting some minutes with the first team to gain the experience right away. Because even if he does perform for the second team, it's not a guarantee that he's going to perform for the first team. So we need to be very careful, very, very careful. Yeah, I'm trying to just figure out like where I can read this about Goretzka more specifically. So Hiroko Ito is planned at left back, which is interesting. Depending on the situation of the squad on September 1st, the Japanese is either to replace Alphonso Davies or compete with him. There's a lot of teams playing, center backs at fullback because center backs are a little faster now. I don't know how fast Ito is, but if that's the case, I'm going to be very interested. It's kind of like how Arsenal play. What's that guy's name? You guys know his name, the right back, the Japanese dude. It's funny. They're all Japanese. Yeah. Like these center backs playing fullback. You guys can tell me, like, what's his name? It starts with something. It's a Japanese guy, the guy that plays right back at Arsenal. You guys can tell me. Come on, go ahead. Sanabria was a complete failure, says Olive Bison. Tommy, yes. There we go. That guy. Yes, David. Yeah, that one. Yeah, Ben White and Tom Yasu. Yeah, they have these center backs playing fullback. And I think Company wants to do the same thing. He wants to play Ito in that position. That's what makes sense to me. And yeah, we'll see. It's kind of like how City do it with Ake. Ake is a center back playing left back. It's a weird thing, but managers love doing it. I think it adds more defensive, like awareness, like intelligence to your back line, having center backs play out wide because they defend like center backs. They read the game a little bit better. In my opinion, Carvajal is kind of like that, which is weird. It sounds weird, but he's not like a traditional modern fullback. He's like a center back who happens to be 5'8", but can still run, right? He's very intelligent defensively. I look, give that Ballon d'Or to Rodri or Carvajal. I don't want to see Jude or Bellingham win that. I don't want to see it. Jude Bellingham is a bum, man. I never noticed it when we played against Dortmund because I didn't realize, but how arrogant is the guy? Like he just tries to be the guy every time. I'm so thankful England lost, man. So grateful. By the way, it looks like Gnabry also recently followed Enzo Fernandez on Instagram. That's what my sources are saying. So if that's the case, Bayern keeping him are racismo. Like that's what I'm saying. So Gnabry's a racist. We need to prop that so this club sells him. Neuer, Bowie, Stanisic, Kim, Ito, Pavlovic, Paulinho, Olise, Simmons, Musiala, Kane. Thoughts? It's a very interesting starting 11, but I don't think Stanisic is going to be a center back. Kim, it's going to be Upamecano and Ito. Or no, sorry, it's going to be Upamecano. Bruh, why are we selling De Ligt? It's going to be Dyer. Dyer's going to play, yeah. So it's going to be Upamecano and Dyer. And then Ito at left back because he's more informed than Davies. Davies had a horrible tournament with Canada. I think Pavlovic and Paulinho makes perfect sense in the midfield as a two. And then Elise at the right wing, Simmons in the 10 and Musiala left wing. And they can interswitch. But I really think Doué would be starting if we had him first. The bench is really good. Javi Fernandez is finally getting on the bench. That tells me there's a plan for him. Company wants to use him. Fernandez is a really good understander of the game. Like the kid, I mean, he's bruh. I look up Fernandez, forgetting every Spaniard is named at. But yeah, he's like a number 8. He kind of reminds me of Fabian Ruiz, just incredibly gifted, very tall, right? I don't know. We'll see. It kind of depends, man. We just have to analyze these players and see exactly what they can do for the first team, because it doesn't matter how well you perform for the youth setups. At the end of the day, you're playing against other people your age. Whereas like senior football, you're playing against 30-year-olds, 25-year-olds, everyone. So yeah, I remember when we signed him from was it Atletico Madrid, and he was 16 or 15 at the time. Now he's 18. So it looks like he's going to be, someone Bayern start calling on. If you guys hit the like button, man, that's how we grow. Hit the like button. I promise you guys I'm doing a stream every day from now on. No, not weekends. I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be live the day after. It's time to get serious before this club signs every bum under the face of the earth, man. United hesitating to buy De Ligt. I hope the deal falls through so we keep De Ligt. Some of you guys don't like De Ligt. I don't know why. When Upamecano has some of the worst moments. Look, I said it. If Upamecano had another season like he had his second season, I said I would not want to support him anymore. And I'm there. Sell that bum, man. Because it doesn't matter how good he can be in these non-important games, but when it matters, I need you to do something, man. I need you to compose yourself. This guy loses his head, man. Upama Biden. Man. PSG bidding for Doué. I'm nervous. Well, it depends. I mean, Doué has no reason to go to PSG, as weird as that sounds. Yes, PSG is in France, but I mean, I think we have more French players at this point than. I mean, we're signing his entire generation. We're signing all his friends. We got Tell here, and we have a young manager who wants him. So, yeah. I feel like if company really get to try De Ligt, he would keep him. Yeah, that's how every manager felt. Look at Tuchel. Tuchel thought, oh my gosh, this De Ligt guy, he's not good enough. And then he ended up, loving De Ligt. Right. So at the end of the day, you try De Ligt, you end up loving him. George scammed Barca when they had to sell players because they broke. We got Fernandez and Asnu. Um, I no, Fernandez was not a Barca product, was he? No, he wasn't. Asnu was for sure. I don't know about Adam Asnu. I feel like he kind of reminds me, like his technical level is very high, but I just have this strange feeling it's going to be hard to translate to top level ball because one, he's really skinny. Like, look, you need a certain body build to work out, right? Unless you're really tall, but he's 5'7", and it's like he's a lightweight. So he needs to find a way, right? Because you can't just add muscle. It's hard to, run around with that much muscle if you just add a bunch of muscle. He needs to find a way to, increase his size and stature without compromising on his stamina. So as like it's very important, Body is important, body type. There's a reason. Look at someone like Doué. Bro, he just already looks like a man, you know? Désiré Doué. He has those legs that are like already kind of defined. Whereas like, look, let's do an analysis, right? Let's go ahead and analyze what I'm talking about. So here you have Doué. He already looks like what most footballers look like right now. Hey, what the heck? We got flies just flying into my face. What's going on here? Well, like I think my window's open, and which makes no sense. Why are flies flying around in, June? You usually don't get that. But you look at Doué, and you can tell like his arms are already built, like his legs are already built. No homo that we're looking at this man's body, but yeah, you kind of see what I mean, right? He just looks like what a footballer already looks like. You look at Adam Asnew, and you see what I mean, right? This is a child. Like, look at Lamine Yamal. Even Yamal is like he already has that body style. One, he's like 6 foot, so he's already taller, but he has like definition in his body. He still has some developing to do physically, but for now it works. Whereas like Asnew, there's no presence. It's kind of like he looks like a kid. So he needs, this is what I mean. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at his legs. Those aren't legs that are going to win a Champions League, are they? No, I got to show you guys what I'm talking about, man. Look at this. He's way too skinny. Like, bro, you need to have a little bit more calves. Your thighs have to have a little bit more power in them because guess what? When you get to the higher level, you're going to get bullied. Right now it works. He's technical. He can shift around with his dribbling. But eventually you're going to have to play, those monsters that play for Leipzig or, you know, Leverkusen. You're going to have to face Hincapié. Imagine him versus Hincapié, man. Hincapié is going to cook him. Like, because he's just weaker. So, yeah, that's something young players need to really work on. Like, of course, you're not a full grown man yet, but Adam Asnew's already like 20. Or no, he's 18. So bro, you got to get a nicer stature by the time you're 20. So, yeah. Yeah. You guys see what I mean, right? You're here? Nice. Yeah, look at Irankunda, man. That kid is built like a turtle. Just stocky. Nah, but he's like a weird, freaky case, man. If he wasn't born in Australia, I would think this was like a 30-year-old man posing as a kid. But I mean, he is definitely, his age. Look at him. He just built like a monster. The guy has the biggest calves. Like, look at him. Like, this is not normal. This ain't normal, man. Like, somebody's feeding this guy some craziness. But that's what I'm talking about. It's that just power, just pure strength. Look at his cat. Look at the definition. So it's very important, these things, right? One, you actually make your body harder to injure. It's kind of weird because if you have too much muscle, you get injured easier. But if you don't have any muscle, because extra muscle is like padding on muscle that's already there. I feel like that's why Messi rarely gets injured. No one notices, but Messi is not built like a child, although he kind of sounds like one when he talks. Messi has like a very weird body, like that, like his legs are really they're defined, man. Like they're not like skinny, you know what I mean? They just work, and it's that extra padding that keeps you from getting injured. Ronaldo's the same thing. There's a reason, but Ronaldo's just a freak. Yeah, that guy's just a freak. Like he actually works way too hard on his body, man, because that's his only strength. So look at someone like Ian Robin. He got injured so much. I guarantee you, it's because his legs were sticks. Like look at Robin's legs. He was injured every other week. His thighs were non-existent. Like, bro, you touch his skin and you were touching bones. And that only works if you're genetically gifted with supreme strength. But I feel like if he added a little bit more muscle, he'd be good. I feel like Leroy Sané. Look at Sané's legs. He rarely gets injured. He got injured one time, added a little bit more muscle. Sané just has those sprinter legs, man, that definition. So adding a little bit more muscle is like adding padding, but adding too much muscle is like making yourself vulnerable. Palmer's a skinny guy, but a bowler. That's not my point. Either you have height or you have body. Cold Palmer is, I mean, he's not like ultra skinny, like Asnu, but he is like 6'4". So how he's 6'2". My gosh, he's tall. Yo, I didn't know this guy was black. Like 25%, whatever is like. I think his dad is 50% black, and his mom is 100% white. So if you add it together, it's like 75% white, 25% black. But bro, if you ask me like what race is this guy, I would have just been like white. But dang, man, his dad's genetics just stopped fighting, man. He got no black in him. Like it's weird to be rating dudes' legs. We sat on this channel one time and we were rating women footballers on different teams. We were scouting. You think that's not weird, but this is? Come on. This channel goes off the rails like them trains every single stream. So we just got to have it. Now, we have a few more people in here. Guys, one in the chat if you are Team Xavi Simmons. Two if you're Team Doué. Désiré. Which team are you on? Because I'm on Team 2. I think Désiré has a little bit more finesse about him, man. I feel like that kid is Neymar if he didn't have that Brazilian in him. Look, that's what I feel like. I like his dribbling style, the way he calculates passes. That's what I want to see. Chat. This wind is no joke, but I'm actually happy about it. Someone said both. Bro, you can't just be spamming by yourself. There's other people in the chat. Oh, I do see more both though. Yeah, okay. I mean, if we're gonna sign both, we're gonna sign both. But I was looking at a matter of preference. But if we have both, I don't mind. Only problem is selling DeLit. That's my problem. Oh, I feel like we're gonna do more business than PSG this summer, even though they lost Mbappe, because they lost him for free. I mean, their wage bills are, relieved, but we're still going to do more business. What do you guys think? Kane, Musiala, Tao, Olise, Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic is not coming back on loan. I think he's going to go back on loan. This is the problem. The young players that kind of perform at Bayern come out of nowhere. Pavlovic came out of nowhere. Chat, I think I got to close my window because this is crazy. Are you guys seeing this? Bro, like everything's just looks like the house is gonna fall apart. It's really windy. What I was saying was, hey, my flag better not come down. All right, looks like it's gonna be fine. But what I was gonna say, boys, is that it looks like with Pavlovic, he came out of nowhere. But you have, young players that we hype up, whether that's what's his name? There was that one kid. First of all, Bright Araimbi was supposed to be like the next, Jerome Boateng, without the, disgusting, horrible human attitude. I mean, this guy had his girl go commit suicide. Like Boateng's a horrible man for that. So you had that, right? And then we had I mean, Vidovic was supposed to be the next Ronaldinho. Ibrahimovic was literally supposed to be Zlatan, but with less height. So at every point, we had these players that, were not. I mean, every fan base thought, or I think every fan base has the same thing where you just see some players and you're like, they're going to be the next big thing. And it's like the random guy that comes out of nowhere that ends up being that next big thing. That's the same thing. I feel like maybe when, Schweinsteiger and Philipp Lahm were, coming out of nowhere, Bayern fans were probably thinking some other guys are going to be the next big thing. And then it was Philipp Lahm, this guy that that got out from loan that became the next big thing. So let's not do this, bro. Let's not put this emphasis and this pedestal on these players, or put these players on these pedestals. Chat, I gotta lock the window. I feel like my window is gonna break apart. Hey, do Europeans have window screens? Because I feel like you guys don't. What I mean by window screens, you have your window, right? The glass, boom, boom. But then right, like in front of it, outside, there's a screen. You'd have to take out the screen before, taking out the window. So the wind is actually hitting the screen right now, and I'm safe. Yeah, I just wanted to know, like, that's why bugs can't get in here. But sometimes it shocks me that these small little ticks fly in. Do you guys have that? You don't have wind? What? How do you live then? Omar says yes. Okay, so someone's lying. Hey, what's going on, Alan? What's up? Yeah, guys, I just don't want us hyping or overhyping certain players. Let's let them just do what they have to do. Let's let them just wait. By the way, Cheeto Obi Martin, the kid that scored 7 goals in one game, I think, it looks like he's leaving Arsenal, and Bayern might be his next destination. But Arsenal really want to keep him. They're offering him a lot of money. Bro, we have a lot of strikers for the future, man. I mean, you think of Tell, but we signed like 2 more. This guy, Aseko something, not Aseko, Nkili, something like that. We have a lot of strikers, but we do have a guy named Aseko Nkili, right? That's Noel Aseko Nkili. Yeah, we got him from Hertha Berlin, I remember. He was supposed to be like the next Conte. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know, but we got to send him on loan or something. Dude, a lot of these players could have a lot better career trajectories if we just send them on loan. Because at least if they're going to be failures, they're going to fail. Zirkzee, when we sent him out on loan, you could see, dang, he still has something about him. And then, Bologna signed him, and now he's going to Manchester United, or he's already there, maybe. Wait, did they already announce him? Oh, shoot. Yo, chat, we make like 20 million from that deal. Zirkzee's a Bayern fan, so at any moment in the next 5 years, he could come back. If he hits the elite levels, I wouldn't be surprised to see him, join Bayern. It's kind of like a perfect thing because he comes back and fulfills his dream of playing for Bayern. But yeah, I'm proud of Zirkzee, man. I don't know. I think United is the right move for him because he'll play. Like, he'll play. Whereas I think if he went to, Juventus, he would have still had to prove himself. United are, kind of still trying to find their way, and it makes sense that he, went to United. Yeah, he has a contract for 5 years and an extra year. United always do that, though. They always do an extra year, like an option for an extra year, if he wants to. So, yeah, I think Zirkzee comes back to Bayern if he performs really well at United. If he doesn't, then we'll never look at him. But yeah, we made like bank. We made at least 30 million just from passing Zirkzee around like a ball. All the loan fees we made from Parma and Anderlecht, and then the half we're getting from Bologna. So not only did we sold Zirkzee to Bologna for 30 million, and then we attached to the deal 50% sell on. So by selling him to Man United, Bologna had to pay us 50 million basically. So we made like 50 million off of passing Zirkzee around. Over 50 million. I feel like I just swallowed one of these flies, just flew into my mouth. Disgusting. If Zirkzee performs in the PO, it's 150 million. It's over. No, he would he would force his way out. Someone said Hoyland. Hoyland sucks. Yo, Hoyland he sucks, man. This guy, he just has pace. That's all he has. He's just a pacey player. He just doesn't know what he's good at. Or I don't know what he's good at. That's what I mean. Yeah, I'm not with Hoyland, bro. We're not rocking with him. We think he's a bum, chat. Brazo really rated Zirkzee. He did great at selling him. Yeah, 50 million that probably 60 million that we accumulated from loaning him out and then loaning him out twice and then selling him and then attaching a sell-on clause 50%. We sold Zirkzee for 8.5 million. No, we didn't. Are you crazy? Bro, we sold him for 27 million euros. No, we didn't sell him for 8 million. Maybe the loan fee was 8 million. But this is it, bro. I don't know if you remember, but yeah, we sold him for 30 million to Bologna because they had an option to buy for 30 million. And I guess they were thinking he performed well in his first season there or at Anderlecht. He would have performed well there too. And they were right. But they just underestimated how well he would do. Now he's a player that we made 50 million from. Bro, like Zirkzee, I'm happy for him because I remember watching him in the academy, and when he got promoted to the first team, he was not playing as the false nine, second striker that links up play. He was playing as a striker for the first team, which didn't make any sense. Zirkzee was always a link guy. He's the internet connection. He's Starlink, Elon Musk. He connects you. He's not a goal scorer. He's not a poacher. He scores goals, but he's not a poacher. It's because he scored those 2 goals. If Zirkzee hadn't scored those 2 goals, I think he'd still be at Bayern as a target man, number 9 / deep lying forward, whatever that means. Didn't we sell Gravenberch for 50 million? Yo, who was selling these guys? Was it Brazo? Yo, whoever sold Gravenberch, bro, like damn, that was a cold piece of business, bro. Oh my gosh, we sold him for 40 million. That's crazy. We bought him for 18 million, sold him for 40. Yo, Liverpool, y'all got scammed, bruh. Thing is, Gravenberch is still only 22. He still has that ability. If he locks in, this guy could be a very scary midfielder, man. Because he has like vision, ball carrying. Like, he just needs to lock in. I think if he locks in, it's over for Europe, man. But damn, did Brazo sell him, or was it this new management? Yeah, we got 47 million for him. Gravenberch flop. I wouldn't say that fast. Gravenberch is still a talented footballer, man. There's a reason we spent money on him because we thought he was a very talented player. And we could still find out. He's only 22. This is the problem. Everyone jumps to conclusions, and then one day he'll perform. Like, right now, it just seems like he sucks, but just best believe he could be really good. Endrich is now a Real Madrid player. Wait, why didn't he just stay there on loan at Piama? I don't know. We'll see. Madrid are going to be a scary team next season, man. So far, we already spent 100 million. I think we're going to spend 300 million. No, we're going to spend 200 million on. Well, Simmons is going to be a loan with an option to buy. That's what I think. Because PSG are going to take the risk. Because even if he flops, he still has value because he's young and he already performed well 2 seasons in a row for 2 different teams as well. I think Simmons works for a Tuchel team, very counterattacking. I'm happy we signed Elise. I think I'm going to be watching the Olympics. Actually, when does the Olympics start? Oh, the 24th. That's when the soccer game. Why did I say that? That's when the football games start. Wait, Julian Alvarez is going to play in the Olympics? Why? How do you qualify for the Olympics? Because now I want to watch that. It's basically France's under 23s versus some teams' first teams. I feel like the United States is going to come up with some first teamers. Berhalter got sacked. Who's the U.S. men's national team going to pick? I don't watch the U.S. men's national team. When they started bowing down to the national or like kneeling, I wasn't rocking with it. Bro, Berhalter's gone. So why are they still? Why is his name still on here? Gareth Southgate? Nah, don't cook me. Spain coach Luis de la Fuente reportedly interested in U.S. job. What? Hey, take him immediately. He just won the Euros. Yeah, that's who I want to see. I want to see like guys like Ancelotti and Pep coach national teams. They're getting really old. I want to see that at some point. Apparently, the U.S. wanted Klopp. That would have been next level. They thought they were getting Klopp for the U. Yeah, Elise is playing Olympics, and he will come back injured. Just watch. Elise does get injured, but not like injury prone. He still plays like a lot of games. I feel like that's more down to the fact that Crystal Palace don't have the kind of medical team we have, and they don't prepare like us. You know, that's what I think. What do you guys think? Hmm. Hello, goat. What the heck? You guys are glazing. Who's calling me goat, man? England want Tuchel. Please, that would be beautiful because they would still suck. Our defense with Ito, Upa, Dyer, Kim, and Davies sucks. Oh gosh, no one with cojones. Delit's out here bleeding on the line. Ah, the under 23 coach is a Serbian. France? France's under 23 coach? That's Thierry Henry, right? Yeah, you're tripping. It's Thierry Henry. I already missed Delit. Me too. If we get Zabby Simmons, then you can win Champions League. No, Zabby Simmons is not. He's not that guy, man. I watched a lot of them. I came to that conclusion recently. I think we need to look at Doué and imagine we keep Delit but sign all these bowlers. Because every time I'm going to think about all these bowlers to sign, I'm going to be like, damn, we're selling Delit. And then we're selling him for a loss, which is so stupid. I feel like he grew up in value. Man, I remember Delit versus Lewandowski when we played Barca. That was such a good performance. I remember Delit against Real Madrid. Both legs he performed. Come on, man. It was Wait, who got drawn out? Someone like followed a runner. And then the ball, it was Kim and Jay. Kim got cooked, not Delit. The US. Oh. Wait, our under 23 is a Serbian? The coach? Nice. Yeah, nice. I mean, he better be a good one, or we'll nuke Serbia. This is what the United States should do. We should threaten Germany unless they release Klopp to us. Because realistically, we could take over all of Europe any moment. Like, what? How do you Europeans live knowing at any moment if the United States got drunk enough, we could just take over your entire continent without breaking a sweat? Bro, we just have, bro, I feel like we have our state's national guards would take over Europe. Bro, like Texas has a stronger national guard than some European countries. So imagine all 50 states' national guards. We're talking, bro, our freaking Navy, the gay people of the military, they could take over Europe. Bro, one Air Force carrier could take over Europe, man. You guys have nothing. So please, if we don't get clapped, bro, Germany, we're coming for you, dog. We're going to treat you like it's the 40s again. Meltdown stream tomorrow. Look, yes, we will be live tomorrow. You can't occupy us. It doesn't matter if you can win. No, we wouldn't even have to occupy. We just demoralize you. We wouldn't even have to occupy you, man. First of all, you're already like super Americanized because all you watch is RTV, like Disney. Like, bro, everyone watched Disney growing up. Like, bro, you have kids in the middle of nowhere watching Disney Channel. Like, we own you. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. Nah, I don't mind Europe, man. I don't mind Europe. They're not horrible. Hey, you guys think Trump's shooter was Leroy Sané? That's what the streets are saying. Streets are saying only Sané could have missed like that. It was Kingsley. Nobody watching Fox. Hey, that's a W profile picture. Hey, that's the most legendary picture ever. You know what's crazy, chat? I recorded that 12-second clip that the entire world saw. Bro, I thought my president died, man. Bro, like, I guess some of you guys are Europeans and Asians. Like, you don't know, but damn, like, I thought, like, bro, my life would have changed from that moment. Like, I recorded that clip was recorded on my computer, bro. Like, that's crazy. I still can't like put two and two together that I could have literally been the one that recorded the death of an American president, bro. Like in my generation, dog. That would have cooked me forever, bro. Like, that would have cooked me, bro. Damn, bro. Yeah, bro. We don't recognize Upama Biden, bro. Upama Biden sleeping at the wheel when it matters, losing his mind, no brain cells in defense. Yo, my man said the president of Ukraine was Putin, bro. Hey, Ukraine was cooked. They were like, "Damn, he just gave us up like that." So, okay, l'équipe. Yeah, man. L'équipe, the French source says, so it's kind of like a race. So PSG actually offered 45 million including add-ons. And that's far from Rennes' expectations. Rennes are demanding 60 million. I think Désiré needs to come out and be like, I'm going to Bayern or I'm going to PSG. It's kind of 50-50. I can understand why he would be like, let me just stay in France. But bro, France is not a great country, bro. Like, come on. Paris, look, everyone knows Munich is a much cooler city than Paris. Damn, we're cooked, chat. We're losing this one. Because I just thought about the fact that Paris and Munich are very different places. If he's a young player that wants to improve and be a good player, he should pick Bayern realistically. Because at PSG, they're not going to respect him. Maybe he's thinking, man, I'm replacing Mbappe basically. Because I'm going to become the main man. But that's a lie. They're going to sign Varaskelia, right? Aren't PSG going to sign Vara? You look the line. They're signing Varaskelia. How do I know how to spell this guy's name? I just know how to spell a guy from Georgia's name. That's crazy. Yeah. So I need to know. So is he not going to PSG? Yeah. He keeps waiting amongst PSG. Okay. So PSG want Victor Osimhen. Interesting. And Varaskelia. Like that's gonna be interesting too. We're ending up with Omo, who's pushing 40. That would be old Bayern, right? You're linked to all these ballers, and in the end, you sign Danny Omo. If I think Omo would really fit in it. Oh my, hey, he would fit in at City, kind of like that De Bruyne role. Oh wow, yeah. It looks like a lot of this news is saying he's going over to City. Hey, I hope so, man. I don't really. I'm not enthused by Omo, man. I want Doué. Guys, if Doué flops at Bayern, if we sign him, you can cook me all you want, man. You could call me whatever name you want. You could even call me the N word, a nuisance. That's what I'm talking about. Like you were thinking about something else. I ain't I show speed, man. Don't disrespect. Yo, Speed's just pulling up to countries and they just saying anything to him. Yo, I saw like this Poland, these Polish people, man. They were calling them mostly I can't even say it, bro. Bro, I can't even say it. They were saying like he's the most N-word they've ever seen. That's what I was hearing. Chat, Poland's doing craziness, bro. Anyone Polish in the chat, like, what's up with that, man? So if I pulled up, y'all would be saying the same thing to me? Damn, bro, they were just saying it. They were chanting it, bro, like it was a like how we would go Bayern, Bayern, bro. They were chanting it. Nah, man, we not rocking with that. We are not rocking with that, man. We're so cooked. Xavi Simmons is free. I guess it'd be a loan with an option to buy, so very minimal risk. I don't want us to buy him outright. Maybe that's why Bayern are looking for Doué and Simmons, because yeah, it's like either of them could do their thing. W's in the chat. That's what Speed would say right now. Loan command for loan sim. What? What? Hey, if we could do a trade deal, that might be good. You know, just do a nice little trade deal. What do you guys think? Trade command for Simmons. That would probably be the greatest deal in human history, man. It'd be a phenomenal deal. Bayern looking to include Coman into the Xavi deal. I hope so, man. I hope they look. I hope they not just looking, but they gonna do it. Oh, bring Speed in and sell. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Speed might be less injury prone. Chat. I watch Speed, bro. That guy's a freak of nature, man. I'm gonna be honest. He's a demon. Like I think he's actually demon possessed. But like this guy broke his ankle in Norway, and the next day he was chilling somewhere else, man. Running around doing backflips. Like he's a crazy guy, man. Very entertaining, to be honest. Like Speed is like pure entertainment. I watch Speed and I'm just like, man, how do people stop watching him? Because he just does the most unusual things. By the way, chat, I keep saying chat. I keep saying chat. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. He can't play football. I mean, for someone who started learning as like he was like 18 or 19 or 17. I think he was 18 at the time he started learning. Like he got really good. He has a good understanding of like passing and shooting. I mean, he didn't score in any of the charity matches, but I I think he's much better than. I mean, that's like he's just a freak of nature. He really trains for this stuff. Yeah, that's the main thing with speed. I think speed is he's just a freak athlete, man. This guy's beating NFL players in 1v1s. Bruh. Yeah, he ain't a joke when it comes to his athletic ability. Although he is a joke in many other ways. Um, Dude, if you were 18 and learned football for the first time, you would never be as good as speed. I've been playing the game since I was a kid. Like, of course, I'm better than speed, but I feel like it's not that far off. Like, well, it is far, like from my, but it's still not as far as it should be. I mean, I guess if I was training every day, playing almost every day, engaging in the culture every day, doing 1v1s every time I'm on stream, I feel like, yeah, maybe you just get good naturally, but it's like not as close as people think. That's the thing with speed. His Europe tour is crazy. I think he's gonna do like, bruh, imagine speed in every African country. I don't know how you do that. Wi-Fi is gonna be an issue. Like, what about every Asian country? He wouldn't go to Colombia because he'd probably get kidnapped. And no one speaks English there, so that's not a great stream. Anyhow, chat, I gotta go. There's some things I gotta take care of. But again, tomorrow I should have an update on this poker game. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia and peace.